Welcome to Heck Freezes Over for game number 1 of this best of 13. In the bottom right corner, playing as the green Iraq, it's Jeen. And his teammate as the cyan Korea, this is Paf. No, it's gone, America, in the top left. So we got corners.
Mm-hmm.
Who's our other team?
Kwos on top right, that's Iraq. And his teammate is Paf on bottom left, that's Korea.
So the Allied players on the left side of the map, the Soviet players on the right side of the map, and everyone elected to go random on the spawns, so we have a 4-player map, and cross spawns is how things have ended up. Which I think is going to be pretty funny to see.
Yeah, will be chaotic.
Pure chaos from the start. A couple of Rockies coming out here from Paf, our yellow Korea. Dang, that's a fast Black Eagle, I feel like. Do people normally rush Black Eagles that fast before War Factory?
In the DPs, yes.
Alright.
He sniped the flash.
Kwos up to just 2 ore miners, taking a bit of damage from those Black Eagles. I have V coming all the way to Paf's base, and a couple of Rockies as well. Gon trying to hunt down these Black Eagles, but not actually finding much success with it. War Factory finally coming online for Paf. That's such a delayed War Factory compared to a normal match. Jeen barely keeps his MCV alive in the bottom right-hand corner, and the first paradrop comes in. Gon is playing America, and that is the reason. He doesn't get much done with it, though. Tanks and Rockies coming in from Gon. Kwos is on the defense. No real problems. First couple of attacks have all fallen a bit flat. Kwos almost broke through Jeen's defense in the south, but Jeen ultimately pushed him back. Kwos leading with the dogs in the south. Jeen ready to go, but that MCV is still super low health. Black Eagle coming in, kills off the flak. Rocky's sneaking in as the second flak comes on out from Jeen. Alright, and Kwos is just going to go for it. Sentry Gun does absorb the first couple of rounds from the Rhinos. Secondary Rhinos coming in, and Gon here with the defensive paradrop, coming in to support his defense. A couple of Rockies as well, tank v tank, and the GI's a bit far away. The MCV gets sniped, and Kwos making short work of Jeen's base, but he's going to have to get out of dodge. I love the 1-2 punch as Paf moves in with the Rockies, and Kwos escapes with his Rhinos. Jeen taking a lot of damage.
Bottom left.
Gon coming in with a lot of Grizzlies, getting chased away by Paf. He sniped his War Factory, though, and his airfield. So, Paf, you know, he depended so much on those Black Eagles, and then they just get taken away from him. Paf is somewhat dead. Jeen is somewhat dead. The Grizzlies just going for the assault on the War Factory, and that's pretty much lights out there for Jeen. I guess he technically does still have a barracks, but not much more than that. Fully heroic Rhino in the north, but it does get sniped. Kwos able to shut that down. GG gets called by Gon. And I guess he's going to pack it in. Yeah, Jeen has been defeated. Gon has been defeated. Bit of a messy one there. Gon and Jeen doing okay in the beginning, but then Jeen struggled with that defense from Kwos. And that takes us to the map Caverns for a snowy game number 2 in the north, playing as the Purple USA. This is Gon. And of course that means that the Cyan Iraq is Jeen. The team in the north is down 0-1. And who is the team in the south?
On bottom right we have Kwos playing as Iraq, and his teammate is Path playing as Korea on bottom left.
So at least they're grouped together in this case. We still do have USA on the left, and, well, Allies on the left and Soviets on the right. Of course, no Yuri, as this is RA2 and not Yuri's Revenge. But, as we saw in that last game, it could just be the punch of the Rhino tanks that really does the damage that wins the game.
Yeah.
Scouting dogs coming out from both sides. Right into the Black Eagles again.
He is using same tactic.
I mean, it worked out pretty well last time, so he was able to do some sniping, and I guess that opened up the opportunity for the Grizzly tanks to punch down into the south. Is it purely scouting with the Rockies? Or is he actually looking for something?
Trying to attack the place that is not defended.
So it's a triple refinery opening to get those chrono miners out from Path. First couple of Black Eagles just cycling through the map trying to avoid those Rockies. Kwos with 2 Rhinos. He's not going to be able to do too much with them. He's actually almost hunts down a miner there. Kwos having a bit of a difficult time trying to actually get any damage done. It feels like he had the right idea, but not actually able to accomplish much. Gon with the paradrop coming into the bottom left. Meanwhile, Kwos sending more tanks to the top left. No defense this time, so Gon a little bit lax. He has that paradrop down there, but the War Factory gets sniped. And the Rhino tanks getting pushed away a little bit. Pillbox gets dropped down. Rhino tanks trying to rotate away. Jeen coming to the defense here. Path comes in with a couple of Grizzlies, couple of IFVs. And those Black Eagles feel relentless throughout this game, always circling, always looking for an opportunity. More of these paradrops actually, because it feels like the players are sort of on top of them in this game. Another paradrop just completely cleaned up there. Trying to sneak in. Jeen is looking for that opportunity in the south. These Rhino tanks might be getting a little bit boxed out, but Jeen with 2 more Rhinos harassing the natural expansion of Kwos. Going to be targeting down that refinery a little bit. Back in the top left, Gon under a bit of pressure from Path as he closes in with the Grizzlies, with the IFVs as well. The Rockies coming in from Gon to go for the defense. and those Grizzlies trading shot for shot, slightly overwhelming Gon, but the Paradrop is going to come in to try and save him. He gets the airfield. Paradrop a little bit late. The War Factory almost getting knocked down for the second time as Gon is getting gutted. Once again, the IFB barely alive there to get the kill on that Rocky. And I guess Gon's defense is just a little bit too little here. Sells off the barracks. And down in the bottom right-hand corner, Jeen is still looking for the damage against Kwos. But that's pretty much it for Gon in the top right. Grizzly tanks go heroic. I don't think the Rhino tanks have been able to do as much as they hoped. It looks like they sniped the MCV. Ooh. Jeen misses those Grizzlies. Black Eagles coming in as well. Refinery and a barracks in the top right. And he's going all in. Kwos looking for the defense as his couple of Rhino tanks roll in to push back Jeen's Rhinos. This is a sick amount of terror drones.
Yeah, it's a good defense.
One random Rocky gets cleaned up there in the base of Jeen. Terror drones do a good job of delaying Kwos' Rhino tanks, but Kwos heading up north. Two Chrono Miners on the edge there. Anything inside of the flax, or are those just for defense?
Against Rockies, maybe.
A lot of GIs on the ground waiting for the defense. Kwos going to push in. He snipes a couple of the harvesters there. Terror drone gets the infect on one of the Rhino tanks. They go for a couple of shots on the War Factory, but they are just harvester hunting, trying to shut down Jeen's economy. Too many GIs. And most of the Rhino tanks from Kwos get eliminated. Path got gutted by that attack in the bottom left. He hasn't been able to recover much at all. He wasn't able to place down a couple of structures like Gon was able to do.
Also, one thing to mention, look, Orange is mining for his teammate, look.
He's like donating it?
Yes.
Or you just drop it off at your teammate's refinery?
Yeah, you just click the refinery of your teammate, it's your miner.
Okay, and it just automatically goes to them instead of to you.
Yeah.
I thought you could also donate money. You could, like, send money.
Ah, no.
Flax go for the crush there. Rhino's coming in. Kwos trying to go for the second round against Jeen, and Jeen's defense is mostly just GIs from Gon. More harvesters taking damage. Another harvester gets sniped there. Not enough Rhinos, not enough terror drones for the defense of Jeen. He does eventually hold off the tanks, but he's lost more and more miners. Oh man, that fully heroic Grizzly. You love to see it.
But
one terror drone trying to hunt him down.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
He gets the kill on the terror drone, so hope stays alive. I mean, Path hasn't been doing much the last couple of minutes, but, you know, he's got that one heroic Grizzly. He's got his ore miners working for his ally. I thought it was going to be a GG, but Jeen did such a good job of gutting Path in the bottom left that it feels like Jeen and Gon actually have a chance. I love the one random pillbox off on the left for Path, just back at his base.
Mm-hmm. It's short game on, so if all buildings are destroyed, he's dead. So he's keeping it. Keeping
as much as he can. All right, Rhinos coming in once again for Kwos. The defense from Jeen is mostly terror drones. Got a couple of dogs in there as well, just to try and absorb some of those shots. Terror drones got, I think, a couple of infects, but the Rhinos keep on the pressure, and there just is not enough production. More harvesters getting sniped, and Jeen's conscripts are just standing around. Last couple of Rhinos trying to close in Refinery down below half health. And even Paps, one heroic Grizzly getting on the action. He's diving on that barracks and getting chased away by the terror drone. He snipes the terror drone once again, and somehow Kwos' tanks are still standing on the right side of the base. The heroic Grizzly coming back in for another pass. I love that Half didn't give up this whole game. He got nearly knocked out. Gon has been defeated. Jeen has been defeated. It's a 2-0 lead for Kwos and Paf. And game number 3 takes us to the map Coldest Peak, which I love when they have like gems inside of a wall in the middle of a map or something like that. But as the Cyan America, it's Gon, which means that his ally is the orange on the opposite side of the map, Iraq, Jeen.
Yeah, on bottom we have Paf playing as Korea. His teammate is Kwos playing as Iraq on top.
So this is weird. A left, right, and then a top-bottom split of the teams. And with these somewhat FFA-style maps, I guess it works out. But it really does divide up the map in a weird way.
Yeah.
Everyone has gems pretty close on this one. I guess a best of 13 when you start out with an 0-2 loss, that's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. So they're doing same tactic again.
The fast Black Eagles, and actually going to be quick Rockies as well from Gon. It is nice to see the team play. Everyone does seem to be coordinating between each other. Everything from dropping base defenses in your ally's base to just, coordinating their attacks a little bit. A couple of Rockies coming in for Gon in the south. Patriot missile is already there to push those away. Paf is not going to let too much happen on the home front. Once again, Jeen this time is going to be the aggressor. Gon coming in with the with the Rockies and with the GIs. This is going to be a quick exit from Kwos. He loses his war factory right away. Is there any recovery here for Kwos?
He's trying.
Oh, a miner goes down as well. He's still got 3 miners in the north. One conscript goes heroic there. Double sentry gun gets deployed. No war factory. Finally, the war factory comes back online. More tanks coming in from Jeen. Jeen with 5 rhinos, but he's about to lose some of them to terror drones. And actually, it's an MCV cell. War factory getting targeted down. Should he just suicide on the war factory? I guess so. He does it. He gets the war factory. It's all down to the barracks for Kwos. So Jeen actually gutting him in that game. At the same time, Jeen getting gutted. MCV is down. War factory is down. Messy game. Is the only guy with his MCV gone?
Yeah.
Like 3 minutes into the game, he's the only one with an MCV left. Whole lot of conscripts from Kwos, and the GG gets called. Kwos is going to take the L. And Paf as well.
Player defeated.
The comeback is possible. Kwos and Paf take the loss in game number 3. A very swift match. And game 4 takes us to the jungle of Vietnam, which I remember seeing some pretty wild and wacky games on this map. It's north versus south. And in the south, as the purple Iraq, it's Jeen. Meanwhile, as the red USA, it's Gone, picking up their first win in that last match.
On top left, we have Half playing as Korea as usual, and his teammate is Kwos. Sticks to Iraq.
Iraq and Korea, they're just sticking with those factions, and it feels like a couple of times the paradrops from Gone have been on the money. Most of the time they don't do anything, but a couple of the times he has managed to do some damage with them.
Yeah, free units is always nice.
Yep. Same openers from basically everybody, same 3-4 games in a row. 3 flaks trying to take down the Black Eagle in the bottom left. They get the kill. Terror drone coming in from the top right. He gets the infect on one of the flaks. Immediate response there. Alright, Gone is bringing the pressure. Jeen as well. The flak tracks here to block off those Rockies as much as he can, but actually Gone changes directions. He's got some own tanks and flaks in his base, taking down his harvesters while he goes on the aggressive. His defense is a bit lax back at home. The super late war factory and this triple refinery style means that you've only got the Rockies, and he's going to have to depend on the GI drop to try and save him. No real additional help from Jeen in that case. Jeen is still trying out this flak tactic. He's trying to hunt those Black Eagles, but he's just getting peppered by those pillboxes. Tanks coming in here from Kwos. Kwos looking for revenge. Looking to keep his lead going.
Bad thing about Eagles is that they almost always miss their shots.
Versus moving targets?
Yeah.
Alright, second round of attack coming in here from Kwos. He's trying to kill Gone, but Gone is just not letting it happen. Jeen also dropping down a couple of sentry guns there. I guess we'll see how Jeen's defense is when it comes down to Grizzly or Rhino v Rhino. Harrier gets the kill on the flak, so the Rockies are going to come in. Gone getting the kill on that flak cannon, so that flak track, so that his Rockies can do whatever they want to these Rhinos. And Kwos' tanks just completely caught here. There's no good exit for them. Kwos is just going to go for it. He's going to try and crush as many as the GIs as he can. Pulls through with a couple of tanks. Harrier going for the snipe on the flak track once again. Doesn't quite get it. Tanks in the top left as Jeen goes for the assault, forces the sell-off of the MCV. The War Factory is going to go down as well, and Paf not able to hold his defense. War Factory goes down, Barracks goes down. The airfield does stay alive for the current time. Tanks get turned around as the tanks from Kwos come into Jeen's base. Going for the MCV, maybe? Nope, he's going straight for that first War Factory. Down to just 2 War Factories after that, and once again the tanks getting caught. A fully heroic Rocky going for the kill move on those Rhinos, and they're going to try and escape along the southern edge of the map. Jeen Gon does drop the deploy there. The Rhinos are going to try and exit, take as many of those harvesters with them as they can, I guess. Oh, the Black Eagles barely not able to survive as Jeen comes in with the tanks and clears out the base. There is 1 barracks left for Paf. That's all he's got in terms of production. The refinery did get sniped. Gone, doesn't have much cash left. $29. Couple of Rockies coming in. Pap is looking for the snipe on a war factory. There is still one war factory standing, and Gon shows up just at the right time, but that does mean his base is exposed to the rhinos that come in from Kwos. Kwos does go for the snipe on that MCV. The last bit of cash disappearing there as Gon has only a barracks and an airfield left. Those two Rockies, or three Rockies, just still have not been dealt with. Pap finally coming in to try and clear out Gon's Rockies. This game is just going round and round. It's, everyone has just taken an insane amount of damage, and yet somehow there's like one complete player on each team and one dead player. When you said the Soviet players would be the main and the Allied players would be their helpers, you really weren't kidding.
But sometimes it might be different.
Harvester going for the gems in the middle of the map gets sniped. Gon and Jeen joining forces there for a moment. Another Desolator gets sniped on the right side. Rhino's battling it out in the middle. Kwos looking to close the distance, but he just can't defeat Jeen yet. A couple of Grizzly tanks managed to survive for Gon. I don't think he snuck anything else out. But the Rhinos come in and Kwos is looking to squash Gon. Not quite going to be able to do it. A couple of Desolators being packed along as well. I'm guessing he's trying to deal with those mass GIs. Jeen finally clearing up half. More paradrops coming in, more free units. Jeen looking to engage in the middle. Technically, PAF still has a couple of units left. A couple of buildings, rather. Alright, Kwos is just going to go for it. In the middle of the map is Rhinos pushing back Jeen's Rhinos. Rocky's going for the suicide move. They want to get the airfield, and they get the Harrier, actually, before they manage to escape. Just barely. Rhinos in the middle. The dogs coming in. Kwos giving chase, trying desperately to end the tanks of Jeen. Rocky's coming in from both sides. Flak tracks as well, trying to get off those shots, or a flak cannon, perhaps. One random flak track there from Jeen. Gone with a random paradrop in the top right corner of the map. He's hoping to disrupt the defense and force some units back to deal with it. Rocky's in the bottom left defending against the tanks. Rocky's in the top right defending against the GIs, but Gon is going rogue with his just mass GI strategy. Desolators clean up most of that, and no, the tanks do not manage to reign supreme in the bottom left. Jeen is still alive. These Rockies are being utilized like so actively by our two Allied players because that's almost the only thing that they've got left. Gon goes for the power plant in the top right, snipes it with his Rockies. Maybe he's going to try and escape. This is almost turning into a Soviet 1v1. Kwos comes in, he's going to go for the kill on the Harvesters, gets almost every single miner. I guess at this point you probably don't need very many miners to keep what little ore there is. And it looks like Kwos is just going to go for it, forces the sell-off of the MCV. He's going to be able to get the War Factory, get the second War Factory. And the Terror Drones are fast, but they're not fast enough. The last two war factories are getting targeted down. Jeen splits off a couple of tanks to try and go to the other side of the map, where a couple of GIs and a couple of Rockies are clearing out the base of Kwos. Rocky's going for the fight, but the heroic Rocky of Paf wins it out. And it's just an all-out base race, but no, because Kwos has actually turned back around to try and throw everything that he has into the defense if he can just defeat this army. Oh my gosh, is Jeen's 4 random tanks going to be able to do something? Gon targeting down something. He's going for the MCV, but I don't think he's going to get it. So close there, but it looks like Kwos is going to take it. Kwos and Paf getting another win there. And on the left side of Pacific, as the purple Iraq, it's Kwos, which means that his teammate as the green Korea, it's Paf, who's on the right side.
And they are facing Gon on bottom right, playing as America, and his teammate is Jeen, playing as Iraq.
So we've got the oil derricks right there where you spawn. I guess that may bode well for these players if they're able to keep them alive. Some of the oil derricks a little bit further away, and then you do have an airport as well, a tech airport between each player, so I guess everyone can potentially get the paradrops, or almost everyone.
Allied should get it because
GIs are better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I mean, it's because America has paradrops, so you can use 2 paradrops at the same time. It's more GIs, more pressure at the same time.
Right. Alright, so Paf goes immediately for a destroyer, gets a naval yard out first, faster than anyone. Goes for that destroyer right out of the gate, and... Oh, is he going for the oil derrick?
Yes.
Okay, so he immediately goes for the oil derrick. At least it is east versus west in this case. You know, they're on the same side of the map as their ally. Couple of tanks from Kwos, but there goes the oil derrick. So it basically immediately gets sniped. But on the other side of the map, the airfield almost gets sniped, but no, it looks like Paf is able to defend it. Paradrop trying to come in from Paf in the top right, but it's not quite gonna land. And the MCV move, very aggressive from Kwos, right to the middle of the map. Oh my gosh, these like 4 random Rockies from Gon are maybe even gonna get the snipe on that war factory. Kwos loses his war factory back at home, too focused on the expansion in the middle, I guess. He's got all of those gems, which is good for him now.
Look at this destroyer, top right.
Oh my gosh, he's going for the other oil derrick, and he's maybe gonna get it. The destroyer gets sunk barely before the oil derrick goes down. A couple of tanks getting sniped there by the Black Eagles. Alright, it looks like everybody still has their MCV for now, which is hopefully good. Gon goes for the paradrop. I don't think it was the double, it looks like it was just the single. I guess maybe he's trying to snipe the airport of his opponent.
Maybe just distraction.
Yeah, he does call the Rockies back home. So Paf has to send his Rockies back home to defend against the paradrop. Gems in the middle of the map seem pretty important, and Kwos is getting all of them to himself. So the oil derricks on the right side of the map have been cleaned up, but the oil derricks on the left side of the map still standing. Another Black Eagle coming in for the snipe, gets the flak cannon, flak track rather. And they're just paradrops going all over the map from every player almost. And the 2 allied players just going crazy with the paradrops. So is one destroyer the only naval units we're going to see this whole game?
Red is going for Dreadnought.
Ooh, I like the sound of that. Haven't actually seen a Dreadnought in a competitive match of Red Alert 2 yet. Paradrop in the back of Kwos' base, so while he's defending and attacking here in the middle of the map, he's going to have a Paradrop to deal with back at home.
Oh, we see dolphins bottom right.
Did they snipe the naval yard?
Yes.
One Dreadnought did manage to make it out from Jeen's naval yard. And the Path naval yard got sniped, or the Gon naval yard got sniped, but it's back.
Kirov Reporting.
Tanks coming up. Someone actually just managed to get a Kirov, which I love that plays for everyone. Dreadnought in the middle of the map, starting to target stuff down. Meanwhile, tanks going crazy from Path, trying to hunt down targets. Jeen hoping that his late-game Soviet units will save him, the Kirov and the Dreadnought. But Kwos' tanks have cut their way entirely through Gon's base. Gon is almost out of this match, completely eliminated. Dreadnought getting sniped by the Dolphin, but it snipes another refinery. And GG, oh no. Path disconnecting. And after an awkward end to game number 5, that takes us to Dorado Descent for game number 6. Kind of a weird way for things to happen. On the left side of the map, in the north, as the green Iraq, it's Jeen. His teammate is the Cyan allies. Plain America, it's Gon in the bottom left.
Where's... I'm confused. Who is who? Who did you talk about?
On the right side of the map, we now have Path in the top right and Kwos in the bottom right.
Ah, it's left versus right. Okay. Yeah, on the left side we have Gon.
I feel like this is a lot of gems.
Not really. You
Not
mean
really?
the
Okay.
left and right?
No, it's just you start with the gems right there, that close. Is that a normal amount? It seems like more than you normally get in your base.
It's normal.
All right, if you say so. This feels like a money-rich map compared to some of the other maps that we've seen today.
Mm-hmm.
Poor Gon. Gon getting teamed right away. Half coming for him. He says, I'm going to kill your power plant. Triple Rockies moving in there. Yeah, well. Gon can't really do anything about it. I'm surprised he hasn't built an IFV. But Kwos coming in as well. Kwos and Path joining forces to try and knock Gon out of this game. In between the match, Gon was saying that he isn't feeling super good about his play. So that could result in them trying to team up on him. Ooh, Gon loses his MCV, so Gon is just about out of the match then. And that's pretty sad. Not a great way to exit from game number 6.
Player defeated.
Oh.
Jeen and Gon. I don't even know what to say about that. Game 7 takes us to Desert Island. It's feeling a bit hopeless for Gon and Jeen, but I guess we will see if they are able to make it happen. On the right side of the map is the Red America. This is Gon, and in the bottom right-hand corner as the Cyan Soviets, it's Jeen. Who is on the left side?
On bottom left we have Path playing as Korea, and his teammate is Kwos playing as Iraq.
So,
yeah.
score is 1-5. What do you think the chances that Gon and Jeen are going to be able to turn this around?
Maybe now it's a more comfortable place to be in for Jeen and Gon, because this map is left versus right and they are far away from each other.
So they've got as much time as possible
Yeah.
to prepare.
Yeah, to defend.
All right, once again, Paf is going with these early Rocky starts, and, well, the start with Rockies and Black Eagles. Ooh, the IFV gets infected right away, which really sucks there for Gon. The Rockies from Paf still looking for an opening, still looking for an opportunity. Flak Cannon gets deployed there by Jeen. He's going to be able to chase away those Rockies. MCV moved to the middle of the map for Kwos, so he's just going for it. He's got a couple of rhinos in the top right, getting pushed away by the Rockies of Gon. How do you feel about the MCV move to the middle of the map?
It's good. Map control, money. Also, his teammate can put refinery and get the gems.
Yeah. Rockies coming out to meet the Rhinos there in the middle of the map. Rhinos turning to the south, going for Jeen's base, and Kwos is going to try and sneak in here. He's going for a couple of Harvesters. Sentry gun does get deployed. A couple of Rockies here from Paf as well, going to snipe that power plant. And I guess he's trying to cut down the production, cut down the flak cannon. Harvesters defending themselves, but another Harvester gets sniped. Maybe a little too aggressive as Gon cuts through the middle of the map. Gon just going for it. He's going to get cut down by Kwos' Rhinos, though. 2 Rhinos in the south. Maybe going to get sniped by the Black Eagle there. Airfield under threat. Jeen going for the attack in the bottom left. Going for the Harvesters, but the Rockies are going to target him down. One more Rhino, but he's not going to get the kill. In the middle of the map, a whole bunch of Grizzlies from Gon looking to put more pressure on that center expansion. Gon closes in with the Grizzlies. Once again, Paf's Rockies coming back, but the MCV of Kwos is actually under threat, and I mean, Gon and Jeen are maybe in the best spot that they have been in for a while to potentially take one of these games. This fully heroic conscript trying desperately to push back at those Grizzlies, but the MCV placement ended up being perhaps a little bit too aggressive. Kwos just couldn't defend that center of the map location, and Gon able to put on some amazing pressure and really push back Kwos. Two refineries left for Kwos in the top left-hand corner of the map, but one of them just gets sniped. Grizzlies going for the trade against the Rhinos, and Gon with the defense, or with the offensive paradrop. War Factory getting targeted down by the Rockies. Meanwhile, the tanks get the kill, and the GG gets called. Kwos and Jeen, or Kwos and Paf take the L. Jeen and Gon take the win in game number 7. And game 8 takes us to Dawn of Peril for another North versus South match. We have in the top left the red allies playing USA, it's Gon, and his teammate is the yellow Iraq playing the Soviets. In the top right, it's Jeen.
On bottom left we have Paf playing as Korea. His teammate is Kwos playing as Iraq.
Alright, it's a best of 13. The score is 2-5 from the North versus South perspective. And we need just 2 more matches from Paf and Kwos to close out the series to have them win, but Gon felt like a different player in that last game. He really identified the weakness there in the middle of the map, and he was able to just put pressure on and eventually overwhelm and snipe. And Kwos, I mean, it looked like he had that great setup in the middle of the map, but he just wasn't able to defend it. War Factory first from both of our allied players. That's kind of weird. Kind of a change of pace from what they have mostly been going for. Oh, I guess the airfield is in their allied base? That's kind of funny. The airfield is in the bottom right. Oh, an MCV cell. Paf goes for an MCV cell right away, basically. So he's just going all in with this and gonna try and make it work, I guess. A couple of Rockies here from Paf, a couple of Grizzly tanks off to the left. He's hoping to cut down these harvesters, or maybe he's going for the War Factory directly, and it's just going to be overwhelming tanks from Gon on the ground, but he has nothing in the sky to defend against these Rockies. The Rockies picking off the barracks, picking off the War Factory, and Paf is going for the kill. He's got that insurance policy in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, but his Rockies are just going to town, sniping building after building. And on the ground, it's pretty well controlled there by Gon, but the sky is just in complete turmoil. Finally, one flak cannon gets deployed by Jeen, but not everywhere can be defended, and these Rockies are finding their damage. Eventually getting pushed back. That was a pretty wild attack that Paf just pulled off there. A couple of more Grizzlies trying to sneak into the back of Jeen's base. A couple of Rockies as well, but everything gets pushed back. Gon and Jeen managing to hold the defense. Paf goes all in with that assault, which I thought was going to do a lot more damage. I mean, it almost won the game, but Gon has got a War Factory back up and running. He's still got his paradrops that he can call in free units with. Jeen pushes down into the south with these Rhinos. He snipes one War Factory. The Rhino's coming back home for Kwos, but it's a little bit too late as both of the War Factories get sniped. The third War Factory being added on, and it's going to be the tank v tank. The conscripts adding in a little teeny tiny bit of DPS, but ultimately Kwos will defend. He hasn't totally defeated the Rockies. They will get sniped before the War Factory goes down, though. That was almost a triple War Factory kill. All right, Gon coming in with more defensive paradrops. I guess that's the GG. Yeah, Paf calls it. So Paf has been defeated. It's up to Kwos to try and 1v2. Is Paf gonna, or is Kwos gonna try and 1v2 here?
He's trying.
That seems pretty difficult to do, but he's gonna fight it out, I guess, from this situation. Okay, so I guess Gon and Jeen are just going to come in here and try to smash open this base. There's Rhinos on the right, Grizzlies on the left, and so far, Kwos has defended the first little testing of the waters. Yeah, he might just suicide the tanks and go for it. I feel like behind this, the expansions could potentially be coming up. Kwos is really boxed in this position. Paradrop coming in for some additional GIs, and it looks like Gon and Jeen are just going to go for it. Kwos doesn't have much that can contend with the pure firepower of these two forces combined. Kwos drops his sentry. He's going to try and defend. He's got a good number of Rhinos himself, but not enough to take on this massive double army of tanks from Gon and Jeen.
Player defeated.
GG gets called. Kwos not gonna totally fight it out. The 1v2 doesn't happen. But we will go to a game number 9. Game number 9 takes us to Snow Valley. It's going to be North versus South as the Red Soviets play in Iraq. It's Jeen. And as the Orange Allies play in America, it's Gon.
On bottom right there is Kwos playing as Iraq, and on bottom left we have his teammate playing as Korea, Paf.
So this map, a bit different, very separated with all of these cliffs and these limited pathways that you have. The attack routes are a bit more choked up than some of the other maps that we've seen. But I do like the swing back from Gon and Jeen. These two guys have actually pulled something together here. Airfield first for Path, once again. War Factory first for Gon. So it's going to be the same kind of Rocky opener, Rocketeer opener.
MCV cell by Paf.
Wow, again! He did this last time and it didn't quite work. Gon completely cleans up the engineer and the extra couple of GIs. Paf going for this MCV cell again. He doesn't have a War Factory. Is it a double MCV cell in the south? No, okay. Kwos just repositions his MCV. Then an airfield snipe coming in. Paf gets the snipe on the airfield of Gon. The flak track pushing away the Rockies in the top left. And a terror drone manages to get the impact on one of the flak tracks, but it actually does get repaired in time. And I guess we'll see how this MCV cell works out. Right now, it doesn't seem like it's a super winner. IFV misses the, or dodges the shot. Flaks and IFVs coming in, they clear out every single Rocky, but the Flaks all get eliminated. What can Paf really do from here?
Only Eagles and Rockies, that's it.
Right, but this doesn't seem like a very good build.
Yeah.
Alright, so Kwos is going to kind of 1v2, or at least attempt to 1v2 again. It's a little bit of a better setup. I guess selling off one refinery just means that you have one less building that your opponents have to kill. Nice trying to dodge the Black Eagles with the sell-off of that airfield by Gon. Rocky's looking for an opening, looking for an opportunity in the top left, but Flak Cannon is deployed to keep them away. And once again, it's up to Kwos to kind of defend in the south, and then I guess Paf is going to go for the, like, Rocky play. He's just going to use Rocketeers to try and win the game. Tanks coming in from Jeen, getting pushed away. Tanks and dogs, tanks and dogs. Black Eagles patrolling over the middle of the map, and it looks like Paf is going to go for it. He's just going to suicide onto the War Factory. There is one IFV there, but he doesn't even care. I guess the MCV was sold off there by Gon or sniped, and no, this MCV must be somewhere else. Oh, he's packed it onto the bottom, or to the right edge of the map. I guess that's a good spot for the MCV, way over on the right.
Also expansion.
Yeah, he's got that extra bit of refinery, or extra bit of ore over there. Man, this tank positioning is everything, but this kind of a map actually kind of works out with these the way the tanks have to reposition themselves. Is Kwos gonna go for it? He is super out in front here. Rockies head in the top right. Patriot missile gets deployed. Another war factory gonna get sniped. Rocky's happy to sacrifice themselves a little bit here. Kwos trying to close in. He's got the superior number of tanks. And actually the Grizzlies just running into the middle there and getting ground to dust. It looks like Jeen is going to go for the transfer down to the south. He's hunting those harvesters. He's hunting the tanks. But no, Jeen is actually going to turn back around and head north. He didn't get very much. A heroic IFV in the bottom left, just sniping everything that Path has. And actually, this heroic IFV does crazy damage to buildings. He's killing every single building here. He's going to snipe every single GI as well, and Path is about to be out of the game. That's it, Path is done. It's a true 1v2 now, and Kwos is going to try and go for it. His Rhinos in the top side of the map, going for the building snipe after building snipe. Is he going to try and split his tanks? Wow, Gon going for the LOL. This is a lot of buildings for Kwos to try and kill. It's the Harvester defense. GG gets called, and Jeen calls it quits. But Kwos is, okay, so I guess Kwos is gonna win the 1v2?
Player defeated.
Yes.
Wow, okay. What in the world? What a weird 2v2 this is turning into. Okay, so it's match point now. The score is 6-3. I thought that was Gon and Jeen. I thought they had that, but Kwos just going crazy with the tanks. And the game number 10 of this best of 13 takes us to Tiburon, or Tiburon, or something. And as the Red Allies playing Korea in the top right, it's Path. His teammate is the yellow Soviets playing Iraq. It's Kwos in the bottom right.
On top left we have Jeen playing as Iraq, and his teammate is Gon playing as America on bottom left.
See, this one feels like the money is a bit more spread out compared to that other map. Like, you got the gems in the ore right there, but then you've only got one field. A lot more of an open map, too, compared to that last one, but I guess we'll see if that actually changes how these guys play. What?
No, it's just trolling.
Okay. Because he was, like, still in the game, and I was almost looking at his base there, and it's like, that's not right. So we're back to the airfield first for Gon and Path. They're both going for that same thing. Rockies and the Black Eagles. This is feeling like one of the first 4 games of this series. Rhino takes a bit of damage on the north side. Sneaky terror drones going for the sentry gun in the south, trying to stop that terror drone. But the terror drone actually gets past the sentry gun, gets the infect on a fresh harvester right away. Great move there by Gon, or by Jeen. Service Depot comes up just barely in time, question mark, by Kwos? Okay, yeah, he did clear around that terror drone. 2 Rhinos in the north, a couple of Rockies as well. The Rockies are going to survive a moment too long, but flak tracks do show up. A bunch of GIs in the south, a couple of Grizzlies as well. Gon is really going for it. Some of the other games, Gon was not quite this aggressive, but he's going for it with the GIs. He's going to try and jump on the war factory. That's going to shut down the production. There's going to be Path dropping an airfield and a pillbox at the same time. Trying to delay this army just a little bit here as the Grizzlies are going to go for it. A couple of tanks in the north as well. Jeen trying to do some damage to Path. Oh my gosh, is he going to get the MCV? Yeah, Gon gets the MCV! Kwos is dead in the water there, so it's going to be up to his teammate to try and survive. This is pretty rough for Kwos and Path. Never mind. That's it. GG. And they are unable to close it out. Now we go to 4-6 as the score. Gon and Jeen, seriously, making the comeback happen. Game 11 takes us to the map Yin Yang for another oil derrick-based opening for these guys. On the left side of the map, playing as the green allies, it's Gon. And his teammate is, of course, as the orange Soviets, Jeen. Gon and Jeen coming back from a 1-5 score deficit to now be 4-6.
Okay, on the right side we have Pav and his teammate Kwos. Pav is sticking to Korea and Kwos is sticking to Iraq.
Alright, so airports in the top, bottom left and top right. And then oil derricks other than that, so that's kind of interesting. There's an airport for one player and an oil derrick for another player. Once again, airfield first for Gon, airfield first for Path. No war factories for our allied players right from the start. Man, these war factory snipes, they keep almost happening, even there in the middle of the map, with Kwos almost losing his war factory. Is this the first Soviet paradrop that we've seen? Alright, Gon is just going to go for it, rushing in here, trying to power up with Jeen's Rhino tanks on the ground. And the airfield is going to maybe get shut down, but no, the flak track does stop it just in time. Conscripts get eaten up in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, and the GIs in the top right are going to go for that airfield. They're going to get the snipe as well. Path is going to lose his airfield. His tech airfield, I should say. Gon and Jeen keeping up that pressure. They are 2 games away from evening the score and taking us to a match number 13. A best of 13 could potentially go from a 1-5 score to a 6-6 score. Gon is just going for it. Like, Jeen is here in this game, but Gon is really making it happen. Wait, what are those? Okay, yeah, I was so confused. Those GIs from Gon in the base of Path, but he wasn't killing them. Alright, more Rockies coming in for Gon, forcing Path pretty much out of the game. Path has got a barracks in the south. Jeen trying to push Kwos out of the match, but once again, Kwos is basically in a 1v2. There's a little bit of cash left over from Path. One Rhino showing up from Jeen. Oh my gosh, Gon with his Rockies. He always shows up at just the right time to snipe a building, and he's gonna get a war factor. The GG gets called. Kwos and Path take another loss. The score is now 5-6 as Gon and Jeen have almost completed the comeback. The map is divide and conquer. The score is 6-5. And in the top left-hand corner, as the Cyan Soviets, this is Kwos playing Iraq. Meanwhile, his teammate is in the bottom left, playing as the Red Korea. It's Path.
On bottom right, we have Gon playing as America. And his teammate is Jeen on top right, playing as Igork.
Gon and Jeen have come from a 1-5 map score. Now they're at a 5-6 map score. One game away from evening things up and taking us to an ace match, which I did not think was going to happen. I thought we were going to be done relatively shortly after that 5-1 map score. Airfield first from Paf in the bottom left. And War Factory first from Gon in the bottom right. So we're back to that. I guess now the question is this going to be an MCV cell from Paf?
Kirov Reporting.
Couple of IFVs. Ooh, the Black Eagle getting hunted, but it won't get caught. The IFVs are going to commit all the way to the other side of the map, and they're going to go for the kill right as it starts to land. The IFVs from Gon bringing the pain. They're actually going to try and target down this refinery. Fresh refinery does get deployed, so there is still a place to drop off that ore. But is this going to be a double refinery kill right at the start of the game? It's going to actually be a sold-off refinery by Paf. Wow, Gon got way more done with those IFVs than I was expecting. Paf heads to the other side of the map with a couple of Rocketeers. Another refinery gets established. And Pillbox not in a great position to try and defend that. And once again, Gon is going to go for the kill on that refinery. And he gets the sell-off once again, forcing Paf to sell off his refinery after refinery. Gon going for the paradrop in the top left. Paf not finding much value from his Rocketeers. Rhino tanks going for the crush, and the GIs all get shut down in the top left. But man, this is a lot more harvesters than he would normally have, considering the sheer number of refineries that Paf has had to build. A bit of revenge as Paf's two Rocketeers are going for the kill on Gon's War Factory. They may actually get it here. The repair tool is maybe a little bit late. The flak track, it gets there just barely in time. A couple of Grizzlies in the bottom left. But it's really about the tank battle in the top as Kwos is going for Jeen, trying to cut down those harvesters, and Kwos eventually is going to be pushed back. Jeen holding the line just barely with enough rhinos, it seems. Trying to dodge away. That sentry gun is now on the wrong side. He's trying to fight up near it. Harvester comes in, absorbs a couple of shots. Jeen getting beaten back. Gon and Jeen really do need to win this game. Kwos just needs to kill off one more game to win the series. Kwos loses his War Factory. Are you kidding me? Kwos, another War Factory sniped. Somehow Paf is still in this. He's just barely survived on Rocketeers and basically nothing else. Kwos is going to go for it. He's here with his Cyan tanks. He's hunting every single harvester of Jeen. Kwos doesn't have much back at home, so he's just bringing every single conscript across the map. And it looks like he may actually kill Jeen here. And this might be the end of it. Paf coming in here with Rocketeers in the south. Meanwhile, Kwos clears up as much as he can with his remaining tanks and conscripts. Jeen has been shredded. The Rocketeers from Paf have shredded almost everything else, and the last remaining Rocketeers from Gon are just not quite enough. Oh, another barracks does get deployed. Tesla troopers actually being built by Kwos. Refinery getting reestablished. Jeen and Gon fighting for their lives, but Path has almost defeated them. Wow, what the heck? Black Eagles get sniped on the ground as Jeen manages to kill the airfield of Path. Is there any chance that Gon and Jeen can take this?
If Gon can make refinery. Yes!
Oh my gosh, he got the refinery. Jeen is sending down a flak track to try and help defend against these Rocketeers. Oh, the flak track gonna get targeted down.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, the flak track goes heroic! Oh my gosh, the map score. Oh, Jeen calls it. So it's now down to the 1v2. Gon is gonna have to try and 1v2. It's only infantry, I think. Yeah, the barracks is the only thing left from Kwos. And oh, actually, it's barracks only from both players. So I guess in theory, Path could do this. Oh my gosh. Two Grizzly tanks are here. They're going for the crush, and he's just tried to go for as many conscripts as he possibly can. A couple of random GIs snuck into the base, and it's going to be an all-out dash. Gon fighting for his life here as Path and Kwos close in. Oh my god. He's actually doing it. He's actually holding the line. Are you kidding me? One power plant under threat.
Player defeated.
Oh my god!
Player defeated.
He did it! Gon did it! He evens the score up from a 1v2! Are you kidding me?
Wow.
That was a stupid game. I can't believe he did that. So the score is 6-6.
Oh wow. Match point for both teams.
Best of 13 that goes to the ace match. I can't believe that. How the heck did Gon even do that? Man, those snipes on the MCVs and the war factories, so critical. Leaving only barracks. And I mean, they had income, but they just only had the barracks. Map number 13 takes us to Divide Freezes Over for what is definitely the last game of this best of 13 series. As the Orange Soviets in the north, this is Jeen. His teammate is the Red Allies in the top left, Gon.
On bottom left we have Kwos playing as Iraq, and his teammate is Puff on bottom right. And now he changed his faction to America from Korea.
So it's double America, double Iraq in this particular case. And as you mentioned, one of the differences in this map is that you have those oil derricks. Now, of course, pretty much everyone is using their oil derricks as an early expansion point, so their refineries are a bit further away from their MCV than they typically would. And as Zhasulan was telling us in between, that gives you immediate access to those gems.
Look at Puff. Yeah, he made War Factory first.
Yeah. Wow, everyone did. Both of the allied players made War Factory first. Gon goes for the airfield as the follow-up. But 6-6. A best of 13 that actually goes the distance after starting out with a 1-5 map score. Ore truck does take a bit of damage there, and this Rocketeer is currently unopposed. I imagine there's a flak track. That's not actually a flak track coming out. The ore truck is going to have to go back off the line. Kwos' ore truck getting taken off the line twice to go get a couple of repairs. Paf with a couple of Grizzlies, losing out to the Rhinos. And Jeen is going for 3 Rhinos into the bottom right-hand corner of the map. Paf is having a bit of difficulty dealing with the Rhinos. Oh, MCV cell from Paf. So he's got his airfield, he's got his war factory and his barracks, his 2 refineries as well, and he is just going for it. A lot of tanks coming in here from Jeen. Jeen is just swarming Paf's base, going for the refinery in the north, trying to cut off that economy. And now it's all about the defense, but the war factory goes down, so that might be it for Paf. Although I shouldn't say that, because in that last game, Gon was able to make it happen. Paf going for an airdrop in the top left. Only a couple of GIs manage to land on the ground, and they get destroyed pretty quickly. Airfield of Paf is getting targeted down. The Rhinos just barely don't manage to kill it off, but the Grizzly doesn't have enough health. No, the Grizzly and the GI weren't able to stop, so Paf is basically out of it. He's got the barracks, and that is it. GG gets called. Game number 13 goes down unceremoniously, but Jeen and Gon are on the verge of a complete comeback, a sweep in the opposite direction, and Paf getting eliminated leaves Kwos alone in a 1v2. So I guess Kwos is going to try and do it. He doesn't have much of a chance. These guys trolling each other a little bit after Paf has already been eliminated. Is there anything Kwos can do to take this game?
I don't think so.
It's a tough spot. Rhino's closing in from Jeen. I guess maybe if Jeen suicides all of his tanks, but no flax in the north mean those Rockies are somewhat unopposed. And yep, Gon and Jeen going to look to close in. Gon is just going for it. The tank getting destroyed, but I think it still has a little bit of connection there. And no, pretty much all of the Grizzlies go down, so Kwos has at least dealt with one army, and he's going mass terror drone to try and clean up the Rhinos. I don't know if he can survive a second wave of attack, and no, he can't. The GG gets called. Gon and Jeen take the series 7-6.
Wow.
That was crazy. I can't believe the way that turned around. Oh man, these guys, they actually managed to do it.
Yeah.
Some really short games in there.